I walked in after work that evening and saw her on the couch, tears streaming down her face. I could tell something was terribly wrong. Before I could even sit down, she whispered words that shattered my world. He kissed me, and I kissed him back. If you've ever been betrayed by someone you love, hit that like button and subscribe. Today's story takes you from the gut-wrenching moment of betrayal to a night of reckoning and the unexpected strength I found afterward. For 5 years, we thought we had it all. My wife and I were college sweethearts and best friends. We shared everything. Our dreams, even our location apps, and we trusted each other completely. Married just 3 months ago, we had bought a house and were blissfully happy. Our connection was electric. We had good chemistry, great sex, and an easy friendship, but even the strongest bonds can face cracks. Years earlier, during a heated debate about having kids, we took a short break. It was the first time we faced real uncertainty. A few weeks later, over coffee and apologies, my wife admitted something hard. During that break, a male friend had come by to comfort her. He leaned in for a kiss, and in a moment of loneliness, she kissed him back, then quickly pulled away. I remember my heart dropping, but I tried to remain calm. I knew she had been feeling lost and dealing with depression and past trauma. It hurt, but I didn't rage at her. Instead, I listened, held her, and told her it was important she stay away from that friend, the mechanic who fixed her car. I forgave her and we moved forward, promising it wouldn't happen again. Fast forward to today. My wife and I have been living together in our new home for 3 years, and we still trust each other 100%. We check in constantly, share our phones, and always communicate. But life was tight, money was tight, and she started going back to that same mechanic's shop for discounted work on her car. He had always done us favors, so it seemed okay. I was uneasy, but I told myself I trusted her. He was still working on her every time she came in. He'd make some flirty comment, but she shut him down without hesitation. I know he has a girlfriend and a baby at home, and I hoped that would keep him in check. We went to couples therapy a month ago to fix some recurring communication problems. Over dinner after our first session, she confessed feeling unhappy, like we weren't growing together. I told her I loved her and we'd work through it, even though her words unhappy kept playing on repeat in my head. We cuddled on the couch that night, but something was off. A week after therapy, I came home late from work expecting to watch a movie together, and instead found her sobbing quietly on our living room floor. I sat next to her, heart pounding, and gently asked, "What happened? Talk to me." Between sobs, she told me that a couple of nights earlier, she went to the mechanic's shop again. The car really did need fixing. As she described it, I felt the room tilt. She said the mechanic had leaned into her window as she waited, and then, astonishingly, he kissed her. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "He kissed me," she whispered, her face buried in her hands. And in that moment, I kissed him back. The words hung in the air. I felt like the ground was crumbling beneath me. For 5 years, I never imagined she could do something like this. My voice barely found its strength as I finally asked, "Why? Why would you do that to me?" She lifted her tear-streaked eyes to mine, shaking her head. "I don't know," she said, her voice cracking. "After you told me you thought we weren't going to make it, I felt so lost. In that moment, I felt nothing. Maybe I was trying to feel something. I remembered how I had reacted to her first kiss incident. I remembered forgiving her for that, trying to understand. But this time it was my wife, my partner in life. My stomach twisted. I felt anger boil up. "So you just stayed with him? You came home and acted normal, like we hadn't done anything? We had sex after that and you didn't say a word." She sobbed harder. No, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to hurt you again. I wanted to pretend everything was normal because I was so ashamed. Every day since, I've been dying inside. I feel so bad." Her hands were trembling. "You have to believe me. I never meant to. This was never about you. It was my own insecurities. Feeling like we were doomed after I said I was unhappy. I was scared you were right." I took a shaky breath. She showed me she had screenshots of his texts. He had even messaged her multiple times after that night, and she had deleted them right away. She said she'd shut him down every single time he reached out. "He knows we're married," she whispered. "He knows. I didn't know why I did it, and I feel horrible. I swear, it's nothing you did." All I could think was how much I loved her, and yet how deeply hurt I was. My chest tightened as I asked, "We love each other. We fought, sure, but I would never do that to you. Not ever." "Why would you?" She just cried and said, "I am so sorry. I feel like such a terrible person." I could barely form a response. I wanted to yell, to cry, to just hold her. I felt fury toward the mechanic and sadness for her. She kept apologizing, saying she wished she could take it back, that she felt horrible beating herself up, but it didn't change that the kiss happened. Finally, I told her I needed a moment alone. She agreed. My mind was a storm of betrayal, confusion, and love. I couldn't sit still. All at once I realized something. I wouldn't punish her by shutting her out. Instead, I would focus my anger on the one who helped cause this pain. He had been warned before. He'd found his chance again. Heart pounding, I grabbed my keys. "I'll be back," I told my wife softly. She looked relieved I was going to do something, giving me the space I needed. I kissed her forehead and walked out the door into the cool night air. I drove straight to the mechanic's shop. The neon sign flickered above the cluttered garage. When I walked inside, the familiar smell of oil and rubber hit me. The mechanic was working under a car, late at night. He saw me approach and stood up, a wrench in hand. He must have recognized me immediately. I was my wife's husband, after all. He tried to smile, but I could see shock and guilt in his eyes. I crossed my arms. "You should probably remember me," I said, voice low. He swallowed hard. Your wife's husband, right? Look, I'm sorry." I held up my phone, showing him a screenshot of the texts my wife had saved. "These? You've been texting her nonstop." The mechanic's face went pale. He stammered, It's not what you think. Oh, spare me." I cut in. "You leaned into my wife's car window. You kissed her. And she kissed you back." His mouth hung open. I saw regret flicker across his face. "You have a girlfriend and a baby, don't you?" I continued. He nodded, stammering apologies. "Did you ever consider what you were doing? You came here supposedly to fix cars, not marriage problems." He shifted uncomfortably. "I know I screwed up. I didn't mean to hurt anyone." I leaned closer. "You didn't mean to? You should think harder next time." My wife ended up right back in my arms, pretending nothing happened. "But not me, pal. You crossed a line." I noticed his hands shaking. I spoke calmly but with finality. "You think you can just kiss a married woman and get away with it? You had your chance before and she sent you away. You tried again. You might have gotten a kiss this time, but it's your regret I'm glad to see." His eyes were wide. "I'm sorry, truly. I won't ever do that again. Please believe me." I nodded. "Good. Believe this, too. If I hear from you again, if you so much as send her one more text, I won't just leave it at an apology." I let that hang in the air. He looked desperate. I pulled out my wallet and tossed a 20 on the counter. "For the work you did on her car," I said flatly. "Consider it the easiest 20 you'll ever make. By the way, I think I'll get my next oil change somewhere else." He scrambled to pick up the money, eyes still darting to me like a trapped animal's. I turned to leave, then paused. "Oh, and one more thing." The mechanic tensed. I leaned in and quietly said, "Next time anyone tries this crap again, I'll make sure everyone you know finds out exactly who and what you are. Understand?" He swallowed, nodding vigorously. I straightened up. "Good." I turned and left the shop, the door's bell jingling behind me. In the cold night air, I took a deep breath. My heart was still pounding, but something inside me felt clearer now. I had stood up for my wife and for myself. Back in my car, I couldn't suppress a grim smile. The mechanic's face as I left replayed in my mind. Pale, terrified, humiliated. I felt a spark of satisfaction. Maybe it wasn't forgiving, but I felt powerful. I had protected the woman I loved, and let the man who crossed the line know he was in trouble. Driving back home, adrenaline finally subsiding, I felt a strange mix of relief and exhaustion. The betrayal still hurt, but I knew I was no longer helpless. I had fixed something in that shop tonight, if only my confidence. When I got home, my wife opened the door, worried. I confronted him, I told her quietly. She looked relieved yet anxious. I reassured her I had made sure he would never bother her again. We talked through the night, facing our pain and anger together for the first time in a long while. It won't be easy moving past this, but I've learned something important. Trust can be shattered in an instant, but standing up for yourself can help you find strength you didn't know you had. She knew she hurt me, and I knew I had every right to feel betrayed. We vowed to rebuild one honest conversation at a time. In the end, the memory of that kiss will always sting, but I also gained something vital: clarity. I know I won't punish her by shutting her out, but I won't forget, either. My life lesson from this is that love should never have to survive secret kisses, and if it does, it needs honesty more than anything. If this story resonated with you, or if you've ever had your trust broken by someone you loved, share your experience in the comments below. Remember, true love is built on respect and honesty. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more powerful stories, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a tale of heartbreak and resilience.